This is the show where we answer your questions about sales, sales management, sales coaching, and the personalized development of your team. We're excited to share a point of view with you. And today's featured question is,
what are some of the best ways to increase sales performance in 2016?
well, that's a pretty broad question, but let me take a shot at that. I think that when you think about a new year, and the new year in many ways is artificial, it's just a period of time, but we kind of focus on the calendar year. So kind of taking that in context, it's now January of 2016, and by December 31 of 2016, I want to achieve some goal. The first thing to do is to really set a realistic goal. What did you accomplish last year? What percent growth is reasonable given market conditions? And set a reasonable goal that's not a slam dunk, not something you've got a 100% chance of achieving, but something that if you stretch yourself, you believe you have an 80% or better chance of achieving. The second thing you want to do is really kind of calculate, based on your existing customer relationships, what is a reasonable forecast from your existing accounts? What strategies will you need? Any kind of variation you might need to achieve? So your easiest sell is going to be to your existing customers. So let's say you did $1.2 million last year. Your goal for this year is $1.5 million. And you believe that you can do $950,000 from your existing accounts. Well, now you've got a $550,000 gap that you need to go out and generate new business. That's going to be the most difficult business to generate. As it relates to that new business, there's kind of two ways to look at it. One is within your existing accounts, are there other opportunities, other departments, other divisions that you haven't sold into? And then how do you get referrals into those divisions, and what strategies and actions will you take? And then probably the most difficult is pure new business acquisition with clients you've never done business with before. And there you have to start thinking about, how am I going to generate interest? What are the strategies that I'm going to use? It could be built around new product offerings that your company has. It could be around your sharing success with others. How are you going to create interest? And then what level of prospecting is going to be required to set up appointments? How many appointments will you really need in terms to generate proposals? What's been your historical win rate on proposals in terms of new account acquisition? And what are your lead times? And I think what a lot of salespeople do is they have this goal in mind, but they really don't back into the math that's required to achieve that goal. And then once you start to back into that math, you might start to adjust your goal for the year. But again, I think it starts by setting the goal for the year. What can you reasonably expect from the customers that you know, who know you and value the services you provide? What is the gap? And then in terms of addressing that gap, what are the strategies you're going to use? And maybe most importantly, what level of activities? So, at Sales Readiness Group, we put a lot of emphasis on selling skills, sales management skills. But one of the key drivers that goes even beyond skills is activity levels. And, sales times are longer. Customers do have more choices. Customers do their research on the web. So sales professionals are going to have to work harder and smarter than ever before to achieve their goals in 2016. With that, we're very optimistic, and good luck and good selling in 2016.